Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a full face of NYX Cosmetics. It took me a little while to get a full face because I could not find an eyeshadow palette anywhere. So before we start the video, I'm going to show you my sweatpants as I always do. Ta-da! These are from Shein, and they're actually sweatpants that I liked because I ordered a ton from them, and the ones that came shorter I didn't like. They were kind of off and they looked like boxy in a weird way. And this ones I love, which are the oversized ones, and like I feel like they have better qualities. The other ones I used it once and it turned into like these little peely balls. So it's hard to get good clothing at Shein, in my opinion. I'm probably never gonna buy anything from them again, except for the makeup, but I already have all the makeup that I could purchase from SheGlam, so I'm not gonna purchase anything else. You just have to be really careful with Shein because it's like the reviews are sometimes not that accurate, and what you see in the pictures is very different from what you receive. But anyways, this is not a video about that. It's hard, you guys, to when you do a full face of new makeup to see how it's gonna perform, because like I'm used to playing with the makeup that I already own, and they start like I do my little kit of the stuff that works together, and just doing it with a full face of new makeup is a little complicated, just in case the products don't work well together. But we're gonna try it and see what's going on. I finally got my little nails done, which I'm so happy about, and I wanted to show you guys my jewelry. This and my earrings and everything that I wear most of the time, except for this little one that my boyfriend gave me, is from Link the Label, and I'm gonna link them down below. It's my sister's and her best friend's brand, and they're Goldfield jewelry. They last a long time. They're really good quality at affordable prices. I mean, not cheap, but affordable. And I just find that everything is super cute. They have dainty stuff, but they also have a little bit more chunky for whoever likes more chunky stuff. They also have some bracelets for men, and I just find that they have really good quality. I love the brand. It's a small business and I love supporting her, so everything that I buy jewelry wise is from Link the Label most of the time. So anyways, let's get started with the face. I forgot a face mist, but it's fine because I already prepped my skin with serum, cream, and sunscreen. So I'm gonna try for the first time this NYX Plump Right Back, which has electrolytes. It's a plumping serum, which to me that sounds great. And I saw reviews about this and it had really good reviews. This feels like it's gonna be silicone-y. I hope it's not, because then it's not gonna work with the next product that I'm using. Oh. Well, I think this is enough, right? Yeah, let's see. I'm telling you guys, I always get scared when I'm trying new makeup on camera because I'm like, oh, I hope I don't ruin it and for everything to look horrible, and then, you know, I can't upload the video. No, actually, I do end up uploading the videos that don't look good anyways, just so that you guys can get like the real lowdown on how things work. And I got this NYX Full Coverage Concealer in the color green because green counteracts the redness in your skin. And I'm not sure what the texture is like. I'm gonna add a tiny bit and see if it gets rid of the redness. I just hope it doesn't end up like a weird, like too thick consistency. So I think I might have added a little too much, but let's see. I'm just gonna pat it down and see if it actually works to get rid of the redness without adding like, you know, like a thick base, because I always run away from thick products on my face unless, oh, you guys, it's not that easy to spread it. So I guess I'm gonna use my fingers. See, this is what I was talking about. Sometimes we don't know how the products are gonna work. Is it getting rid of the redness? I think so. Yeah, not fully, but I feel like it might help a little bit. My face gets red when I'm hot, and I sometimes have the heater on, and like once I start filming I get hotter for some reason, maybe because I get a little nervous. But anyways, I think now that it's spread out, let me see. Now that it's spread out, it looks completely skin-like. It looks like I didn't add anything. There's no texture, nothing like you can see from up close. there's nothing. And I do feel like it helped with the redness. So if you suffer from rosacea or redness, I mean, it depends, you know. Some people who suffer from rosacea have to be really careful about what they put on their skin. Is this crooked? But anyways, if you're not that sensitive, you can definitely find a green corrector, and that will help with the redness most of the time, you know. There's also the Sika, well, the one from, I'll show it to you guys in another video, but there's one that's actually skincare. It's really good. They sell it at Sephora, and that one's actually like one that helps your skin instead of just covering it. But I can't remember the name, but it's from Dr. Jart. We're gonna try the Wet n Wild for foundation, Fond de Tint Foundation Soft Beige. And this is a matte foundation, you guys. What was I thinking? Ow! Ooh, whoa, that flew everywhere. See? I'm telling you, there's not one time that I make a video and I don't make a mess. Not one time. Whatever. I'm gonna apply it straight to my face and see how this works. I never ever buy matte foundations, and if I have one because I wanted to try, like, I will probably go with a soft feeling foundation, but not a matte one, because I find that matte foundations tend to look heavier on my skin. But if you work in really thin layers, and since I already covered some of the redness, I feel like I can make this work. And the blush that we're using today, I saw some specks of glitter in there. And there's also a highlighter that I don't know if I was supposed to add it before my foundation, but I want to add it on top to see how it works as a regular highlighter and show you guys what it looks like. I hope I don't ruin my makeup, because I am going out right now, and I hope I don't have to just like wash my face. And anyways, the foundation, you guys, it's definitely looking matte, but not in a heavy or ugly way. Ugly as in like it looks like just chunky, you know. It's actually super thin, like for a matte foundation. Very, very thin. I feel like I might be into like kind of matte foundations from now on. Like, I'm really liking this foundation. Like, if you guys can see, it just perfected my skin. And then I'll just add some glow back. And if you're using a matte foundation and you feel like your face is too matte after powders and everything, you can always just, sorry guys, my nose is itchy. You can always just add like a dewy setting mist. I have the Tatcha dewy setting mist, and there's also one from Elf, which is a coconut one, and you can use that. You're like, you don't need to go expensive to get a dewy face. And sometimes you like some areas to be matte and some other areas to be a little dewy, and that's definitely something you can achieve with makeup. Like, it doesn't mean that if you want a dewy face, your whole face has to be shiny. Like, you can just have some areas that are shiny and other areas that are a little more matte, and that's a beautiful look in my opinion. This is a California Beaming bronzer in Golden State. It broke on the way here, but I haven't tried it. It's actually a huge bronzer, and I'm always scared. Ooh, yeah, there's a lot of fallout, so this means that it is gonna be pigmented, so very pigmented. So definitely tap it. Imagine if I would have gone straight to my face with this. Looks a little patchy, but we're gonna see what it looks like on the face. I'm gonna start by just tapping lightly. See, it is very pigmented, and I already tapped it on my hand, so I don't wanna go all the way on one side. I wanna kind of spread it everywhere, and then I'll just blend it. Whenever I have like my hair up, I like to go all the way in. And since my hair is already like not glued back, but like it doesn't matter if I just add it here, because it's not gonna look weird as if I had my hair loose. But okay, so far this bronzer is giving me a really nice color. Like, I feel like it's a really healthy bronze. It's not orangey. I was a little scared that it was gonna be orangey, but it's not. And the texture is super fine. You just have to be careful and really tap it. There's a little bit of sheen, but once it's on the face, I feel like it just looks like a very healthy bronzer. Try not to go too low with your bronzer, you know? It's just, if you go too low, your face droops. So I forgot to add concealer. Great. The thing is, like, my face looks so good, as in, like, I like the foundation, that I forgot the concealer. So let's add a little bit of concealer. This might be too yellow. Let me try the lighter one, or I'm gonna mix them up. Yeah, I'll do a little dot here of the little yellow one. And for my nose, I'm actually gonna use a white lighter one to just brighten up my area, like my T-zone. I hope it's not too light because one was too yellow and this one seems a little too light. Always around the lips, and then I just remove the excess that ends up on my lips. And as always, I like doing it on this area to like get that like snatched look, you know. This should have been done before the bronzer, but you can definitely just mix up the steps, like it doesn't really matter. But let's just see how this concealer performs. I hope it works well with the foundation, and so far it is looking perfectly fine. You guys, I told you I usually never buy drugstore foundation until I started my YouTube channel. I was like, I'm gonna buy everything, like every brand that I can find at the drugstore. Like I bought Maybelline, Revlon, L'Oreal, NYX, Wet n Wild, Flower Beauty. I'm still missing an Honest Beauty video, but I did, I'm gonna add a little bit of the lighter one to my inner corners. I did use some products from Rare Beauty. I mean, what did I say? Not Rare Beauty, Honest Beauty. And I find like they have some really good products. I heard their setting powder is amazing, and I got it in a shade that's really dark, so I use it as a bronzer and it looks gorgeous. So whenever you get the wrong shade, you can play around with your makeup and make it and like use it for other things, you know. This little amount of concealer is actually covering up a lot of my under eyes. And you guys know I don't like to cover this area of my under eyes because, as I always say, you're just adding more texture. So when you smile, this area just gets crunchy because there's so much product added there. So if you can get away with just, like dark circles are usually here, but you don't need to do the huge triangle or go like this. Like I see people going like this with a bunch of concealer and I'm just like terrified. I'm like, why are you doing that? Like it's not necessary. And then like you can see it on screen. Like I'm just gonna use the rest of whatever's left on the brush. You see it on screen, you know, like so many things that you see on Instagram and they look so great. And then you try to do it at home and the result is so different. And that's because I don't have good lighting, so I'm using mostly natural lighting. I have a tiny little ring, like two but tiny, and they don't light up a lot. And like some lighting is really, really flattering and will make your makeup look almost perfect, even if it doesn't look great in person. And that's the issue with a lot of videos that you see on Instagram. It looks great on Instagram, looks great on camera, but once you do it yourself, it's not that great because just I've seen how these people like drop tons of foundation to make it like flawless, and I can assure you that it does not look flawless in person. I literally can assure you that, because the thinner you work with layers, the better your makeup will look all the time. Like always working in thin layers will make your makeup look a lot better. That's like my number one thing. I'm gonna add a little bit to the top of my eyes, to my eyelids. That's my number one thing when working with makeup, just always playing with super, super thin layers. And you would think it's extra work, but it's actually not extra work, because it's the same thing, you're just adding a lot less product. And if you need a little bit more coverage or a little bit more powder or whatever, you just add a little more. It's just about not being crazy and going wild with a ton of product thinking that your face is gonna look better if you would just add more. It doesn't make sense. Adding more is not always the best thing. So if you don't tap it on the back of your hand, it will definitely look a little patchy, as you guys can see right here. And that's because I didn't tap it too well. I think like my chin is a little too dark. That's because I didn't tap it, so it was my fault. But like most products, you shouldn't have to tap them so much on the back of your hand. But I always like to darken this area because I usually take my eye look all the way here. So I like to blend it into my temples. So this is what the bronzer is looking like. I'm loving it. I don't know if I added too much and it's gonna look too crazy with the foundation. I'm just gonna tap a little bit with this if there's any leftover product, just to not have my forehead be way too dark for the rest of my face. And I think this looks pretty nice. So far, I am loving the look, you guys. I have been so surprised. I told you guys the thing about me not buying drugstore makeup. And now that I've been doing one brand reviews, I have been so surprised at how great some of the products work together. And it's like incredible. I was not expecting such high performance from drugstore. I was put away by the packaging, to be honest, and just like thinking that I don't think more expensive is always the best, but I was just kind of like a Sephora Ulta gal. More Sephora. I don't really buy that much at Ulta, but I've been so surprised. And like, if it's just an issue with packaging, but the product is great, like come to me, like it's fine. I'm using the NYX Sweet Cheeks Glow Eclat in Rose and Play. This has shimmer. I'm gonna swatch it for you guys. So I don't know, shimmer in the bronzer, shimmer in the in this cheek product, and then shimmer that I'm gonna add as a highlighter. I don't even know if I should use that highlighter or wait for another video, because I did buy some extra product from certain brands that I didn't use on like the full face review because I just didn't need extra products. This looks gorgeous, like gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm loving this shade. It looks super healthy, as you guys can tell. Like it just looks beautiful, like beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I think some of these products are gonna be in my routine from now on. This is definitely not for those that are shy with adding too much glow, but this is like a glowy sheen. It definitely has glitter, but it's like a glowy sheen, and I don't find that it's like this chunky glitter that just looks really fake on your face. I think it looks really cute. I'm gonna go up a little bit. I like bringing my bronzer up like all the way up here, a little bit under my eyes, because I feel like sometimes if you add the bronzer, the blush too low, this whole area droops. So if you like add a little bit of like a pinky powder under your eyes, it makes your face look really healthy. So far, you guys, I guess you can tell how beautiful it's looking. I'm really liking this whole thing. Like, I'm excited. I'm really happy with this. Let's hope I don't ruin it with the eyeshadows, because that's usually my issue, because I add way too much eyeshadow because I want to play with it and then end up with like too much crap on my face. Sometimes I just rather have like a little bit of a brownie shade, curl my lashes and add some mascara, and that's just like, or a little bit of shimmer, and that's like the greatest look. But I want to try more shadows for you guys to be able to see what you can do with a palette. But anyways, and I bought the same palette twice, and it was expensive here. Like it was like 500 pesos, which is like 25 bucks for this little palette, and I bought it twice. I don't know why, but it's just because since I've been buying so much makeup, sometimes I forgot that I already ordered a product, and then I just give it away to the girls who work at my house. But I got the pencils. One is in the shade ash brown and the other one is in the shade taupe, and they have this really interesting avant-garde shape. Like, I just think it's cool and it looks like high-end. And I'm gonna use both shades to give some dimension to my brows. So I'm gonna go in with a lighter one at the beginning of my brow. So the lighter one is the first one, which was ash brown. It's a little lighter than the taupe. So we're gonna see. It's not my favorite applicator, like this little rectangle ones, but it definitely works to get like a nice brow look. And some people don't like the really thin ones because if they find that it takes them forever to fill up their brows. Like if you really need a lot of work on your brows and you use a really thin pencil, then it might take you a long time. And this one's just just help you get your brow a little quicker, but it's gliding perfectly. It's working really well. I love when I find products that I'm like, okay, this is gonna go in my makeup bag, which I don't have a makeup bag that I use all the time because I'm always switching products, and then I'm like, okay, how do they work together? But like if I'm going to like certain place to like dinner or something, I have like I'll pack up a bag of products that I know work really well together, just so I don't play around with makeup in the car and end up looking like a clown at the end of the day. So as you can see, I follow the shape of my brow, but I definitely add more oh, I forgot to use the other shade. Let's see if I can add a little bit of that. Maybe it won't be needed, but I definitely try to stick to the shape of my brow, just adding more volume. Sometimes when you change the shape of your eyebrows too much, it looks off because you're naturally made. Like you shouldn't try to change your features too much. Do whatever you want, but like I try not to change my features too much just because I feel like you were God given the features that work best for your face. And I mean, if you don't like your nose and you want to get a nose job, like that's perfectly fine. Like I've thought of getting a nose job because my nose is crooked since I got it like broken, not broken, but like something happened to my nose when my cousin jumped on the trampoline on top of my nose, and it just like after that it became crooked, and it's gotten worse with the years. And the doctor told me that it's gonna keep getting more crooked with the years, and I've been putting it off because it's not that I'm terrified of the surgery, I'm terrified of the recovery because I'm like, okay, how am I gonna film? This is, I mean, I could have done this before I started YouTube. This is a tinted brow mascara. As you guys can see, I only used one brow pencil and it worked perfectly fine. I don't need more. In the shade Espresso. I like this spoolie. It feels like there's not a lot of product, but sometimes you'll be surprised. Okay. As you guys can see, I'm not pushing my brows up too high because I have long hairs right there, and then I'll end up with brow product, like the brown product on this area, and I have to clean it up. So I'm just gonna work them to the side. See, that's what I was talking about. I'm gonna work them to the side, but it's definitely grabbing product, as you guys could see. I don't know about the hold, but it's a beautiful shade. It's not orangey, which is like what I run away from. I hate it when this happens. I'm just gonna remove it with a spoolie because that's the best way to remove makeup that you do not want on your face, like mascara or something. Using a spoolie is the best way. So I like this product so far. I think it sets the brows beautifully. Is it like a strong hold? I don't think so, but it does add a little bit of volume and dimension to your eyebrows, and I'm liking it so far. So right now, I love the look. Like I would stay like this, just do a little bit on my lips, and like I'm terrified of the color that I chose for my lips because this is so not me, and I don't have another one. I mean, maybe I do, but I would have to look for it, and like I was actually gonna use the brow glue, which this is amazing, you guys, and I'll use it in another product. In another video, I'm gonna do a full video of just like the leftover stuff that I didn't need for a full face of new products that I haven't tried from the drugstore. So I'll just do a full face of drugstore products that are new to me. And as always, I prep my lips with something nice, and this is a Glow Recipe Lip Pop, which I am obsessed with. I have extra ones. I give them away to everyone. It has the thinnest scrubbing particles, super thin. You can barely feel them. But as you can see, it gives you like a rosy color. I would stay with this, maybe like a lip liner, but I don't have a lip liner today. I didn't look well. I have like everything separated, like like every brand separated instead of just having like all my concealers here. All like I separate, if I have a lot of products from one brand, I'll separate them into brands instead of separating them into the kind of product that it is. Just because when I want to film a video, I just have it right there and I don't need to, I'm looking at this and this is a little low. I want to lift it up a little bit. And then I don't have to be looking around for everything and maybe not finding all the products. This is just such a magic trick, like adding a little bit of white concealer, not white, but like a lighter concealer right here. This will definitely snatch up your look because you're going like up here. If you feel like you went too low with your blush, which I feel like I went a little low with the blush because I was excited with the bronzer. I think it was the bronzer that went a little too low. So we're gonna start with this NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette in the shade Warm Neutrals, which is right up my alley. I love warm neutrals. A lot of the shades are very like similar-ish. So I think I'm not gonna prime my lids. So I think I'm gonna go in with a color like this, like a creamy, just like a creamy color. There's no other way to describe it. It's like a shell creamy color. And honestly, I don't know why I'm adding this, but I'm sure they're in the palettes for a reason. I usually just add like a brownie shade, but I'm gonna add this and then I'll add the brownie shade because this might just help the rest of the shadows to just blend easier, you know. I really want to go with a simple look today, but I also want to try different colors so you guys can see. I feel like this is a little pale. See, that's how I do my makeup. I start looking at my face and I'm like, okay, I need a little bit more here, a little bit more there. I'll add the highlighter at the end, well, almost at the end. So let's see with the eyes. I am a little worried about ruining this eye look. I'm gonna go in with this shade. There's no colors on the shade, but this is like the perfect brownie shade. It's a very neutral tone. It's not too cool, it's not too warm. And this will just work perfectly to set my eyes just as a base for the rest of the eye look. I wish I could just keep it like this and go out like this. But it's fine, because I need to play around with it and see what I'm capable of doing. Like, because I feel like with this palette, like, you will get similar looks. You're not going to get, like, if you had, like, pops of colors, you're not going to get, like, tons of different looks. But you can definitely get different vibes with it, like, for sure. And I think it's a beautiful palette. So far, it's performing really well. There's no fallout. I hate palettes that have tons of fallout just because I love doing my eyes after my complexion. And that's why I always pat it, because the fallout will just ruin the rest of your complexion. And I feel like if my complexion is not done first, it's hard for me to look at how I want the eye look to go, you know. Like, I am a complexion first kind of person, and to each their own, but that's how I work. And I don't do very exaggerated eye looks, like crazy wild eye looks. Most of the time I just try to go with like a subtle eye look. But if you've seen my videos, you know that I have gone a little bit too dark sometimes, and that's just because I want to show you guys how the product performs. I'm gonna add this same shade, the brownie one, which I loved, to the bottom of my lids. I know a lot of people don't add any shade to the bottom of their lids, but I don't know if you can tell how different this eye look looks from this one. You know, this just looks like a bag, and this just looks like sultry. I feel like, I mean, that's just my taste, but I feel like adding it to this area always makes my eyes pop a little bit more and just look a little bit. I have very almond shaped eyes, and I like almond shaped eyes, but I feel like it just makes this area that I already have like puffy, it just enhances it because I do like my puffy eyelids. So it's just a matter of taste, you know? So the thing is, like, now there's a ton of like really light shades that I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. So I'm gonna add a little bit of this plum. Since I'm wearing brown today, I'm gonna add a little bit of this plum shade to the outer corners of my eyes. Hopefully I don't screw it up. It is pigmented, more pigmented than I expected. As you guys can see, I'm not going all the way out today. I might just blend it out a little bit more once I'm like almost done with the look, just so that I can make everything just like really blend well together. But see, it's a really nice shade, and I'm so surprised that they're not being patchy. Like, I swear I've had expensive palettes not perform as well as this one, and this one has a little bit of shimmer. Oh, sorry, I got too away from the camera. This one has a little bit of shimmer, and I feel like it is adding the perfect color. Like, I am loving the colors that I picked out. I couldn't tell it had shimmer in the pan. Like, you can't tell it has shimmer in the pan, but I can definitely see it on my eyes. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. And I still have a few brands of Drugstore that I wanna do. I'm waiting a little bit longer. The thing is, like, I ordered a bunch of high-end products and they don't all arrive at the same time. It depends on what they have in stock. I bought it at Palacio de Hierro, which is like a Nordstrom over there in the US. So I bought them there and they don't all arrive at the same time. So I'm just waiting for having a full face of everything. That doesn't mean I bought every single product because I don't want to go broke. But I did, there's some damage getting a full face of a lot of brands. And I'm excited. I'm really excited about doing those full faces of luxury brands because I'm usually one to buy like Sephora makeup, but not completely luxury. Like, maybe I'll have a few products, you know, but I'm usually like Rare Beauty, Fenty Beauty, Lancome. Well, Lancome is more luxury, but just like more regular brands and not like those really high-end brands that are more like fashion forward and that they do makeup now, just because I sometimes think they're overpriced. I wanted to also do a full face of what was it called? Of oh, you guys, that brand that has like that really like glossy, what is it? Tom Ford. I wanted to do a full face of Tom Ford. I'm not able to find all the products. And the thing is, like, doing a full face of Tom Ford after everything that I bought just sounds too crazy to me right now. I'm gonna add a little bit of this. Let me swatch them and see what I think will look better. But I think Tom Ford is definitely overpriced. I tried their shades once. I don't remember why. I don't have the palette anymore. I think I gave it away to my mom. These are the shades. I don't know which one it is which anymore, but I think I'm gonna go in with this one. Yeah. And this one. I'm gonna mix them up. But the thing with Tom Ford is that it's like hurting my heart to make a purchase of like $500 for a video that I'm just gonna do once. And I need to find a way to, if you guys have any ideas of what to do once I do a full face of a brand, what to do afterwards with those products. Like, how do I continue using them and testing them? Because it's not the same thing when you do first impressions than when you've already been wearing it for a little while and you know how it works with other products. And I just want ideas on what to do. This is like a really nice shimmery shade, but it's not too exaggerated. I think it's adding like the perfect pop of color. sorry, in the middle of my eye. But I just haven't been able to pull the trigger on Tom Ford, you guys. I just find their prices crazy, and I bought so much makeup from Pat McGrath to do a full face, but Pat McGrath actually has good sales, and it had a great sale, and it didn't hurt that much because I know that if I buy Pat McGrath, I will most likely like all her products, like most likely, and her shadows never fail. And Tom Ford, from what I've seen, just has very like regular normal eyeshadows that you can find from even like Lancome, and or like even like sometimes something like this is even better. Like, it's crazy, and I'm just not down to pay that much money to do a video that I'm just gonna do once. It sounds crazy to me, and I wanna get ideas from you guys on. I'm adding a little bit of that same shimmer to the bottom lid. Get ideas from you guys on what to do after I'm done with a full face of Dior, let's say, you know? I finished my full face of Dior, I finished my full face of Chanel, and then, like, should I do a video on, like, my favorite products from high-end brands that I've been trying, you know, like, like a video of high-end brands that I actually enjoy their products. I'm gonna darken up the lid a little bit more. I know I'm making it more exaggerated again, but I'm gonna darken it up with the same brownie color, just because my eyes are so almond shaped that when I open my eyes, the color just kind of like loosens in the background. So I'm probably gonna make a video explaining, like, talking about the products that I like the most from those high-end brands, and then I don't know what to do with them. Like, I know I'll be using them, but then I don't know what kind of video I can make with them. And I really, really wanna make more videos with those, because it's a very big investment to buy all those high-end brands for me to just make one video that I'm not gonna get paid a cent for, like nothing. And it's just like it seems a little too much. I'm not a freaking bi-millionaire that can just like throw money around and buy a shit ton of makeup and they just have it in the drawer, and like, even if I was, that's not the point. Like, I don't want to be wasting products, and just that's why I'm making sure I'm reading reviews on. I'm gonna add a tiny bit of this burgundy color. I should have gotten a thinner brush, so I'm just gonna squish it, this burgundy color, to my lower lid, but not everywhere, just like more close to my waterline. Yeah. And even if I had money to throw around, I want to make sure that I get the most out of the high-end makeup that I'm buying, so that if you guys want to make a decision on what to buy, you can be really sure on what you're most likely gonna like. You will not like the same products as me, but I try to explain to you guys who will probably like that product. Like this matte foundation, if you're into matte foundations, you're gonna love it. And if you're into the whole matte face and then adding some glow here, you're gonna love the bronzer and the blush. Let's wait until the highlighter, which is a liquid one, and I'm worried about, because sometimes when you add liquid on top of your blush, it will end up with like a little splotchy area that just like removes the blush because it's a liquid one, and then you end up with like a white little patch over here. So I need to be careful with that, and if not, like if I ruin it, we'll fix it, you know, as always. I want a lighter shade. Yes, I want a lighter shade to give some light to the middle of my lid. And this one seems to have some sheen. I hope it's, oh, that would be like an inner corner highlight. Oh, I'm so upset that I didn't get an inner corner highlight brush. So I'm just gonna go in with my fingers and see if I don't ruin it. Okay, looks cute. See, I told you guys, I don't know if this is still in, like, lining your inner highlight. I mean, doing your inner highlight. But to me, it just makes the cutest looks. Like, it just adds such a cute, like, pop of brightness and, like, joyfulness to your eyes, in my opinion. So I'm gonna add a little bit of this, a little bit bronzy shade, but not as white, to this area, to like make it a little bit gradient. If let's see, because sometimes what I have in my mind is very different from the outcome. So is it becoming gradient? I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah, it's a little bit becoming gradient. Like, I wanted to go from the white to a little bit of a darker shade, and then just blending it into the middle of my eye. And I think it's looking cute. Looking cute, yeah? Hope you guys like it. Okay, I'm gonna blend in a little bit of the same thing that I added here, which is a little bit more goldy, to my inner corners, just so they're not so white, and see if it looks different and if I like it. It does look a little bit different in my opinion. And then I'm still gonna go in, oh, sorry guys, my nose is just like a disaster. I'm still gonna go in a little bit more in here with a darker color, but under the white part, like not covering it, just going under it, just to elongate the eye to the center of the eye, you know? Does that make sense? See, like, it just covered it up a little bit, but you can still see some sheen. And I'm just gonna go wild and add some pink to my lids. I've already added so many colors, like so many sheer colors that are glittery, and I don't know where I'm going with this, but I just want to try as many shades as possible. And this looks cute. This looks cute. I wasn't expecting to go with such a peachy shade because it is kind of a peachy pink. I was expecting to stay more in the neutrals, but I am liking it. And I just want to show you guys how much you can do with this palette, you know. I'm adding almost all the glittery shades, if not all of them, just so that you can see that you don't need to just pat one shimmer shade on your eye and call it a day. Unless you're in a hurry and that's what you like, that's perfectly fine. But if you want to get a more creative look and have more dimension on your eyes, you can definitely blend more shimmery shades together and make it a little bit more gradient. I keep getting so away from you guys, sorry. Make it a little bit more gradient, you see? Oh, my nose is crying. Sorry, guys. There's literally nothing I can do, but like, I feel like this area, I still have to pull it out a little bit. Just a little bit higher. Yeah, a little bit higher. And I'm gonna line my eyes. Oh, I would need to get a brush. I want to line my brows with like, let's see if, yeah, we have a dark enough shade so that I can line my eyes with eyeshadow. I love lining my eyes with eyeshadow because I find it's one of the easiest ways and it looks so natural. Like, my leg is asleep. I hope I don't break my leg. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. This happens to me all the time. Okay, let me see if I can find a liner pencil. Yes, I'm able to find a liner pencil, so I'm gonna do, oh God, my leg. Oh, does that ever happen to you guys, that you like get up from the couch from sitting down with your legs crossed? Oh, I saw it on my palette. Of course, my video had to be a little bit disastrous. Oh God. Let me get closer to you guys now that so that you can see how the makeup is looking. And now I'm gonna do the eyeliner with a really thin brush, which was the perfect one to do my inner corners. And I'm gonna get wild and still do more on my inner corners because I'm just crazy like that. I'm kidding, not that crazy, but I'm gonna mix 2 shades and still add some more dimension so that this area looks brighter. Like overall, you know, not just like the inner corner, just so that this whole area looks brighter, and then the rest just mixes in with the rest of the shades. Yeah, I think that's cute. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore, you guys. I just keep adding stuff to my lids and hoping that you guys can really get a good idea of how easy you could create like the most basic look and how you can just add more and do like something a little wilder. I'm gonna add a little bit of the shade, this really light one, to illuminate the top of my brow bone. Let's see how this is working. Yeah, I think it's fine. I used to not really like the illuminated area of the brow bone, but now I like it. As long as like you don't go too low, because then you're getting rid of the area that you darkened so that you would have depth in your eyes. Like if you go all the way down here, then you're ruining that area where you worked so hard to have depth. So this is definitely very pigmented. So I'm not sure how much I'm liking it. Oh, it's, what? Did I use a different color or what is going on? Because it looks different. Oh no, it doesn't look different. I'm just gonna keep blending with another brush just until it's all looking like it's flowing together. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I think I'm gonna add a little bit more, but to like the outer corner, I already have a lot. It looks different on camera, but I'm gonna blend it in until it's like completely seamless, and then I'm just keeping the white area, like that highlighted area, like really high up, and gonna add a little bit of the burgundy to this area to darken it up. I didn't tap my brush, but I just want to darken this up a little bit more since I added the white. And see, that's the fun part about playing with makeup. You can always fix something if you kind of ruin it, if you're not liking it. Like, you don't need to remove your makeup completely. Like, you just keep playing with the palette and just blend, and it will come through. Like, it will come together for sure. Darkening up this area. I want to go as high as possible without covering the, let's see, without covering the highlighter. The thing with the highlighter is that I feel like it's so potent that I'm not used to such potent highlighters. Like, it is potente, really potent. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna add a tiny bit of concealer here. Is this the right shade? Yeah, a tiny bit of concealer here to like lift up my eyes. Ooh, 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 ooh. I don't do that all the time, but sometimes I'm in the mood to lift up and snatch my eyes. See, it's so easy. You just add a little dot and then you go all the way here and do the same thing on the other side. And you can't see the shadow underneath. Like, it looks completely normal. Like, as you guys can see from up close, like totally normal. Can you tell how bright this is? Like, I'm not sure if I love that as a highlighter. Maybe I went too overboard, but I'm gonna use a pale shade without shimmer, just to make it look a little bit more natural. I'm sorry, you guys, I am taking forever with this eye look, but at least you'll know exactly what you can do with this palette because I'm using almost everything. I think so far I'm liking the look. I don't think I need to add too much more. Let's see. Blend, blend, blend. Blend, blend, blend. Blend, blend, blend. Blend more. Going high, going high, going high. Okay, I think this is looking great and I should just stop before I ruin the look. I like my face so far, so I think this is gonna look good if I just stop. But I was gonna do something else and I forgot what it was. I'm gonna add a little bit of shimmer to my lower lids. Just a tiny bit of shimmer to my lower. Oh no, I forgot. No. I'm doing the eyeliner. Never mind, you guys. I don't have a setting spray, so I'm sorry. I'm gonna use my spit to make it wet. No one else is using this palette, so it's fine because I'm gonna give away the new one. And I'm going with this really dark brown shade, which is the darkest one in the palette. It's a brown burgundy shade. And let's see what it's coming out as. Okay. I think I can do a little decent line. I just do a little end, like the tip, like I start from like the end of my eye, and I just like, you see, like I don't go and like do the whole crazy lining thing because I just feel like this looks a lot more subtle, and you can go a little bit into your like the beginning of your lashes, like the roots of your lashes, I mean, and just go a little up. See, and like you see how it changes the eye look, and it is so much easier. Oops. So much easier than using like a liquid brown liner, because you can do this with a black shade, and to me it's so much easier. It looks very natural. It gives a lot of oomph to the look, and then you just, yeah, I feel like I went a little lower with this one, as in like right here. So I'm just gonna like bring it up a little bit. And I think this looks super cute. So far, I am loving this brand, you guys. Loving this brand. Now we're gonna go in with a California Beaming highlighter, which I'm terrified because I feel like it's gonna remove my blush, which is normal. It's normal for it to remove your blush, so that's why sometimes I mix it in with my foundation instead. Or this is Shimmer Town. Oh my god, and it's looking like quite splotchy. So if I add that to my face, I have no idea how this is, and it's pilling now. Like, I'm terrified. Let's add a tiny bit. A tiny bit, because I really don't want to ruin the makeup look that I'm actually really liking right now. I'm gonna add more. A little more, because I spread it all over my hand. Oh, it's not coming out. But you guys, this is a complicated product if you're like a newbie. Like, you really have to tap it into your sponge. If you do it with your fingers, you're probably gonna go overboard. And I think the sponge is the best way to do it so that it doesn't remove what's under it. And I don't think you guys can see a lot of glow, but it is definitely giving me glow, at least in person. And maybe if I get close to you guys, you can see the glow right there. And it's not removing too much of my blush. And you can always add a little bit more blush on top of your highlighter, you know, that's not an issue. It works perfectly fine because I have ruined my look by adding a highlighter that gets like kind of chunky like this. I like it a lot better on the face than I did on my hand. On my hand, I was terrified. I was like, this is gonna be disastrous. And it's not being disastrous. It is definitely a thicker consistency, no, a thicker glitter, like a chunkier glitter that I'm into. But if you're into this crazy glitter thing, that looks amazing too, you know, I'm not saying it looks bad, it's just like a matter of taste. I'm gonna go down my nose, I'm gonna really like squish it in, go down my nose, see what it looks like on the nose. Okay, I think I need a little bit more because I do like my nose to be quite highlighty. Not chunky highlighty. So this is definitely probably my least favorite products, but I feel like if I add it to the matte foundation, it might look really good if I just add a few drops. But no, it's looking good on the nose. In person, it's looking pretty well. No, it's looking fine. It's looking a lot better than I expected when I applied it to the back of my hand. It really like lightened up my nose. The tip of the nose is important, and also the Cupid's bow is so important, and maybe a little bit here. I don't know if that was a good idea, but should I bronze my nose up a tiny bit? Oh, I am scared, you guys, because this Cali bronzer, it is pigmented, but I'm just gonna add a tiny bit, really tap it on the back of my hand and see if the leftovers can help me just snatch my nose up a little bit. Am I ruining it more? My nose looks so different on camera, you guys. I look at my nose and it looks so thin, and then on camera, it just looks crazy wide. Like, not like, I understand it's not like the widest nose, but it just looks so different. And now I'm looking like J-Lo. Now I'm gonna have to pat this because it's definitely a little too dark, but it's easy. You just pat with the leftover product that you had, and instead of like adding a little bit of brown right here will shorten your nose, so that's always a good idea. But I'm gonna add a little bit of concealer to the sides of my nose so that the bronzer is not sitting on this area, because that's what makes it look even more wide. So let's see, I'm gonna add a little bit here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, think the nose is looking cute. I'm gonna add a little bit more blush, you guys. Don't kill me, but I want a little bit more blush. I am just like a blush highlighter queen, and I don't care if people like it or not. I like it, so I'm gonna do it. Like, don't care if people think it's too much. You can add as much as you want, and that's your own business. I don't care how you do your makeup, as long as you have fun watching my videos and you can get a little bit of tips and tricks. Even if you already are good at makeup, you can watch my videos and just like watch me mess up as well and watch me fix it and just have fun with me. I try for this channel to be super easygoing. Like, I know I'm not the best at like talking and like having all these fun conversations yet, because I just started my channel, but like I really want this channel to be all about having fun. Like, all about having fun creating with makeup. I'm not gonna create this crazy beautiful eye looks. That's not my jam. I am not good at that. But I am gonna be doing like, my thing is like complexion and just getting like a beautiful radiant, like, not, it doesn't have to be radiant, but like just like a beautiful complexion that you will enjoy. And I just want you guys to have fun with me. Like, that's literally why I started this channel, because I wanted you guys to have fun with me. Okay, this looks darker once I took it out. This is the NYX Professional Makeup Shine Loud Magic Maker. Yeah, whatever that is. I feel like this is... Okay, it was looking a little orange, but I think it's looking nice. I've never tried a liquid lipstick from NYX. The only products that I've tried from the drugstore mostly are the Maybelline liquid lip liner. I mean liquid lip products that are really good. The vinyl ink, I love those, and that's like, I buy a few products here and there, but they usually don't stay in my carry-on bag of makeup because I am snobby with my makeup and I like carrying makeup that I think looks cute. I know you guys, you can come at me for that, but this is makeup that I'm gonna be using for sure, because this is one of my favorite faces of makeup that I've gotten in this channel, with like some of the cheapest makeup. And then you have the gloss, which is great that it comes with a gloss, because I don't like staying with the dry lips. Yeah, I like it. It's not making my lips super crinkly and dry. It's not the thinnest formula. I mean, like, as in the, it's not like the Maybelline or the Revlon that it's like more powdery and like a little bit more smooth. But I definitely think that it looks like natural and beautiful, and this shade is gorgeous. I thought I was gonna hate it. This is in the shade, oh god, sorry guys, if you're interested in the shade, just write me in the comments and I will make sure I find the shade for you and put it in the comments. But this is what it looks like, so if you find something similar, it looks like this, and it looks a lot darker on the lips in the best way possible. I feel like it just matches perfectly fine with the rest of the makeup. Do not kill me. I'm gonna add a little bit more blush, because when I have like a little bit of a darker eye, I like my blush to still stand out. And I'm doing it with a very, very light, fluffy brush, just so that it doesn't add that much. But I feel like it looks gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, you guys, I'm telling you, this really is one of my favorite drugstore faces. And now we're gonna go in with what worries me almost the most, which is the mascara, because I am picky with mascara. I can make almost all of them work, but I am picky with what I like with my mascaras. Sometimes I like kind of like the chunky look, but I'm more into that really fluttery, natural mascara. Eyelash look, you know. And this is the On The Rise Volume Mascara. And this is a big brush, and the bristles are not like the soft ones. They're like those spiky bristles, which I am terrified of, because I always end up picking my eye and then I end up with this all over my lids. So we're gonna start slow. I'm sorry if this bores you guys, but if I don't start slow, this will end up poking my eye, and my eyes are already crying from opening it. Like, I don't know why. See? Ugh. Always, always. I'll wait and do that with a spoolie. It's just the shape of the brush is so important, because if you really have to maneuver with it, it takes you much longer to get the kind of lashes that you want. And since you have to go over so many times to get what you actually want, you sometimes end up with a messy lid. But see, you guys, it looks great. Is it my favorite spoolie? No, I don't like them. I wish when they do this kind of bristles that are like plasticky, I wish they would make them a little bit softer, because I don't feel like if they made them softer, it would ruin the application of the mascara. I just feel like it wouldn't poke people's eyes so much, and it would just look a lot more not that it would look different, like I feel like it would look the same, but it would be so much easier to work with. I never add this many layers of mascara, but I want to add them for you guys just in case you're into adding like a ton of mascara and making your eyelashes look almost as if they were fake lashes. Can you see? Like, the lashes look insane. But the thing with me is that I usually go with mascaras that are easy to use, that I love how they look, but that they're easy to use. So I'm gonna use this one not in the car. Like, I'll use this at my house, alone. Not alone specifically, but like I'll be using this at my house, not in the car, because I'll end up without an eyesight. Like, this is so spiky. And that's my issue with this kind of applicators. Why do they have to make them so spiky? And I also understand that the ones that are fluffy and are like little feathers, those sometimes don't grab onto the lash and they just slide off. And like there's just some really good products that, like, the bristles are soft, but it also separates the lashes, it grips onto the lashes, and it just does the three things. It lengthens also, and it gives you volume. Like, there is a way to get the perfect mascara, but it's just they're so focused on doing like one mascara that's focused on this, one mascara that's focused on this other thing, and they end up like creating mascaras that are sometimes not the most easy to apply. And we all want easy to apply makeup, right? I guess, in my opinion, I think we all are looking for makeup that's quick, easy. You can get a beautiful look. You don't have to worry about like getting it all over your face. And this is what the eyes look like. I think they look phenomenal. I just wish the bristles were softer, but it doesn't matter because it worked. Oh my God, I just got it on the couch. Always. I'm gonna try to remove that thing with a spoolie from my, I can't keep looking at this. Removing mascara, the best way is always with a spoolie. Do not try to do it with your wet finger or with makeup remover, because it will just leave like a huge stripe right there. This mascara is quite powerful because it's not removing very well with the spoolie. As you guys can see, it is still there. So I might have to scratch a little harder and add a little bit of something right there. Yeah, I was expecting it for it to remove like super easily, and it didn't. So I'm gonna add a little bit of foundation. And you guys, this video is taking longer than expected because that's the point of my videos. You know, you mess up, you learn how to fix it. See, now it's too pale, obviously, like we know that. but we're gonna add a little bit of if I had more time, I would be more careful to just like remove the product like with more time and just like, you know, I just don't want to take forever with you guys. But I'm gonna add some blush right there because this area is now way more pale than the other side, and I like my blush up here. So we're gonna add some blush and it's fixed, you know. And I feel like it happens to a lot of people that you get mascara like when you get the one too close because you want to go on the roots. Sometimes you do get that stripe, you know. And if you remove it with makeup remover, it will just create like a white patch, and then covering that white patch is like you have to go through all the stages. Here I just removed the top layer of makeup and then added a little bit of just blush again, well, a little bit of foundation and blush, and it's all done and ready. You guys, I think we're done. Oh, I'm gonna add a little bit of setting powder, which I have no idea why I'm adding setting powder because I don't think my face needs setting powder. This shade might not be, no, yeah, it's a light shade. This is the No Filter Sans Filter in French finish powder in the shade Light Clair. I'm gonna add a little bit right here. See how it like emphasizes this area, which I love emphasizing this area. It always makes your face look snatched. I'm gonna add a little bit always on my T-zone. I used to hate powders, you guys, but now that I know how to use them and apply it in specific areas, I love a good powder. Like, not all powders are created equal, but finding a good powder will make your face look flawless, like literally flawless sometimes. And if you have a bad powder, you will end up with cake face, and nobody wants cake face unless you're like a drag queen and you love to have like your makeup on for hours and like have like just layers and layers of stuff. Like, there's powder for everyone, you know. Like, there's powder that I might love and other people might hate, and my nose keeps running and ruining my makeup right here. I'm gonna add a little bit more powder right here because I want to focus the brightness just in the middle. And I think this is the final look, you guys. Yeah, this is the final look. Let's see, what do you guys think of a final look of just NYX Cosmetics? My hand is dirty, so I'm gonna undirty it because it doesn't look that cute, you know. So I'm gonna try to clean my hand. God, it's so hard to get makeup off your hand sometimes. So this, well, oh, I also have makeup on that hand. I'll make another thumbnail. But anyways, I hope you like the look of this face. I think we got a perfect look with very easy makeup to use, very easy to use makeup, super affordable. I think this face could be a high-end face. I've gotten high-end faces that look not as good as this. Like, this NYX products have really surprised me, and I am loving them. I'm gonna be using them. I'm probably not gonna give them away as I always give away my drugstore makeup, because I know that I'm gonna get some use, especially of that palette. I love the matte foundation, which I'm never into matte foundations, but if you're adding so much glow right here, I do feel like having the rest of your face matte can make the look look a little bit more natural instead of just being like a glowing ball. And overall, I love this look. Like, I love what we could get on the eyes. I love that you can get a liner, that you can get like this. The sheer shades, the shimmery shades are very, very light. Don't expect that whoo pow like shade from like Pat McGrath, but I don't think that's what they're going for. I think they're going for a very natural palette, and I just love my makeup today. I love my outfit, my new nails, and I'm just feeling good. I'm feeling good, you guys. And I'm feeling good as well because every morning I wake up and I have a few little more followers, and it makes my heart melt and with so much joy. Thank you guys for being here. I want you guys to have fun in my videos, to just chill, to have it in the background and just like listen to this crazy girl who's kind of a messy person and who's also not perfect talk about life, talk about random things. I will be bringing up more personal stuff as time goes. If you're into that, if you're not, and if you just want to watch makeup, there's also going to be that kind of content. So I'm going to be bringing every single kind of makeup, like, and just things that you can imagine. Just I have some skincare that I want to talk about, specifically Asian skincare, French brand skincare, and clean skincare, because I already made boxes of those kind of skincare that I have. I haven't made my French skincare box, but those are the ones that I use, and I really want to study them so that I try to remember the ingredients, because it's so hard, you know, like in the bottle they will put like, oh, it has hyaluronic acid and glycolic acid and it has retinol and whatever, and then once I go on Insta Decoder and it decodes every single ingredient, it has some products suck and have nothing. Like they'll have the active product after phenoxyethanol, which you can only have 1%, and it means that there's like nothing in there, like barely anything in there. And I'm getting too much into the skincare situation right now, so I'm gonna stop and I'll explain all of that to you guys. It's just harder to do skincare because some skincare I haven't tried, but I know it's good because I've read reviews, I've read the ingredients. I just have a feeling that they're gonna be great for my skin. I do a lot of research before buying them, so I just want to bring you guys the best content when it comes to skin, because makeup is not as problematic. If you get like the wrong shade or something like that, you can just fix it, you know. But if you buy a product for your skin that really messes up your skin, that's really disappointing, and that's the last thing you want. And I don't want that. Like, I don't want you guys to buy a product that I recommend that does not work for you. So I just want to make sure that I know exactly what I'm talking about, even if I don't mention all the products, even if I need my little notes as I did on my Bare Repair Skin video. Whatever needs to be done, I will do it. And if you guys are interested in skincare videos, leave it in the comments. I hope you will subscribe to my channel because I have a lot more views than subscribers, sadly. But I guess that's a normal thing that happens with YouTube. But I just I think that I won't disappoint you if you subscribe to my channel. And it's so easy. You subscribe. If you don't like my videos, you unsubscribe. And that's it, you know. Just try it out, you guys. I upload almost every day, at least 5 times a week. So you'll be seeing me very often. So every day you can just like be like, oh, today I want to put your Skin Girls video just to like chill for a little bit while I do my skincare and have her on the background, you know. That's what I want from this. I want you guys to feel comfortable here, to be able to comment whatever you think, to be able to open up conversations about life, about things that might be like helpful to you when it comes to my life journey and when it comes to skincare and makeup, that I like studied a lot about skincare. Whatever I can help you guys with, and I know you guys will help me out so much because your support means so much to me. It means that I'm not just throwing my money away as well, that it's being used for a good cause so that you guys know where to spend your money in. And I'm gonna shut up because this video is getting super long. It's already an hour long, but anyways, thank you guys for being here. It means the world to me. Please subscribe to my channel if you're liking my content, and I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you tomorrow. So check out my video tomorrow, and I'll be just here every day and having fun with you guys. So take care, and we'll see each other soon. Bye.